back to the channel. You know, I don't know how many intros I've filmed over the last few days, just because I have such a short attention span. I start on one thing and then jump to the next. But I figure this is a quick video. I want to get it done, get it over with. I have all the other sides done. If you want to see anything about the back brakes and stuff, that is, I think, 2 videos ago. Real quick, I just want to show you the front rotors and how to do them. If you've been following the progress, you can see I have new brake lines on here. I got new rubber hoses and stuff like that. But real quick, to do the front, because and what made me think to show a video of this is I saw in the 3rd Gen forum there's a lot of argument about what the torque spec is for this inside spindle nut. And everybody was like, oh, there isn't one. And technically there is. If you have a 3rd Gen Camaro book, there is an actual torque spec to, that spindle nut that's on there. And that's what I'm going to show you and what we're going to go by right now. Let's get this old stuff off. So real quick, the first thing is I've already undone them, but you have an upper slide pin and a lower one, and that is for the that is for your caliper. Pop those off. These pads don't look bad. I'll probably save them, but I'm not putting them back on my new rotors. I'm going to use the pads that came with the new rotor. So we got that off, set that off out of the way. Just a little twist of a flathead, a little bit at a time, all the way around, and the cap comes off. And look, there's like, wow, that's kind of dry. We're going to put all kinds of new fresh grease in there, so that doesn't matter. And then buried underneath your mess here is your spindle nut. And somewhere on that spindle nut, and I think I found it, is your cotter pin. Alright. And a little finessing. We got the old cotter pin out. And we have spindle nut. And just like I did the other side, there was no... Some guys are going to argue and they're going to make comments and stuff down below about this, but there is a torque, and I know it's not much, but come on. That right there, I just did it with my hand. I've never... Whoever did this before is just, that's bad. I've never had it that... Never in my life taken one of these apart and had it that loose. So... let's hold on to that. And look, dry. There's a nice chunk of metal. See it? See the chunk of metal? It looks like there's a bunch of grease, but there's not. There's nothing on there. And these are all tight. And you can see, you're not gonna be able to see that on camera, but there's little wears. I don't know if that's picking up or not, Kathy, but there's little wears on those bearings because they just wasn't done tight enough. And the grease, the race looks like crap. There's obviously dirt in there. It's junk. Junk. Anybody that likes to go to AutoZone, I do. Your front wheel bearings are going to be number 6. Oh, that's the 6 and 34. The 6 are going to be your inside wheel bearings. And there's new races already pressed in there, so we don't need these. See, we've got new races already down in there. New races, they're purple. So here's how you do this. You do this on the inside and the outside of your bearings. Take the bearing, wedge some fingers in there and get it down in the grease. And this is basically roll them in the grease and you just keep going. Get them packed in, get the grease in there as much as possible on those front wheel bearings. And then if you look, I don't know if it'll show on the, there's a space there. You want to get the grease down in there too. That way it's on the top of the bearing, just all around it. Grease it up, lube it up, make a mess. If you're not making a mess, you're not packing it enough. We're just gonna wipe some of this out that's in here. Ugh, gross. This grease that somebody used before might have been the wrong kind or wrong style of grease or something, but that's very black and burn up. Feels okay. I don't feel any edges. I don't feel any ridges or anything on the spindle. I'll know once we get it on there. But what we're gonna do is pack this up too. Woo-hoo. It doesn't have to be pretty. Like I said, if you're not making a mess, then you're not using enough. Oh, did you see that fling? And we've got a seal to put on the back of our new rotor. I do have a nicer way that I like to do this, but I'm gonna hold it down on one end and just lightly tap and keep working it all the way around, back and forth. All right, that's in there. We're gonna throw a little more grease in between the bearing and the seal. Trust me, you want to have as much grease in there as you can. And every time you go to do your brakes, you should be pack in more grease, get the old stuff out, wipe it off like I did right off the spindle, get the new stuff on. How's the video phone? Got to repack them again. There's a quick edit in there. I may see this, you may not, but this is why I like AutoZone and that there's no problem. And they've been so great to me. They know that I'm trying to do this YouTube thing, and the first set of inside bearings, as you've seen when I was trying to put them on, there was a break or whatever, something in the bearing there. Probably just from the factory. And I'm a truck driver. That doesn't matter, but anyways, we're gonna repack these. And remember, the more of a mess you make with the grease, getting it down in all the grooves and everything you can, the more of a mess you're making, the better. Paper towels lined up. I'm gonna hold this here, lightly tap all the way around, back and forth, with grease. Again, get it packed in there behind the seal. And what I was saying before the bearing came apart on me, and again, AutoZone, awesome. I love the guys over there. They take very good care of me. They swap anything out just about for me. Under warranty, of course, you know. The guys over there are always taking care of me. Even on stuff from my Corvette, they're really good. So, really gonna have to get the brake cleaner to this one here. All right, so here's where we're at. We're gonna put this on. There it goes. And then you do the same thing with the outer bearing. Just notice that. Let's get that crap off of there. The rotors already have new races in them. Rotors already have new races in them. Work that grease in there. What I'm doing here is I'm turning that as I'm running it through the grease that's in the palm of my hand. Still trying to make it as messy as I can. Use one of the other paper towels. Wipe the spindle nut washer off. Get all that old grease off of there. You'll see there's a groove on the spindle and a groove on your washer. Obviously that just lines up. Put that on. And then we're gonna wipe off the spindle nut, get all that old black grease off of there, all that burnt up grease. And for the moment of truth, for the part that we talked about at the beginning of the video is what is the torque on the spindle nut. And as we put this on, the spindle nut torque is 12 foot-pounds, right, Kat?
Yes.
So I've already got it set to 12 foot-pounds. There it is. Now, everybody's like, oh, until it's tight and there's resistance. That method's all right, but I mean, for those that actually want to do it like, you know, by the book, or what does book call for? There's an actual, and then, because when you tell somebody that, oh, you just do it tight until there's resistance, man, that resistance is going to be different for everybody. You tell me to tighten something to resistance, I'm going to make sure it's tight. That's having resistance to me. So it's down to 12 foot-pounds. Cleaned out all that old grease. I'm gonna put a bunch more. Oh, almost forgetting the cotter pin. So when you do that, you may not be lined up exactly where you need to be for your hole, and that's where you would do your back off. Oh, there it is. So we're able to find the hole where the cotter pin goes, which is barely a quarter turn. But once you find it, fold your cotter pin over. That way the nut doesn't come loose. There you go. Yay! Now our cover. And another paper tail. Oh, my dust cover is hitting a little on the back of the rotor. Oh, there it is. I'm sure somebody would have spotted that. I'm glad I looked. Just the brake dust cover was touching. Get that off of there. And the way it goes into the rotor, or the caliper I should say, is it'll sit like that. And then that spring will go inside the piston of the caliper. And this one, same thing, like that. And then slide that back into place. Get the old off the slide pins. Let's throw some fresh on there. Woohoo! Allen key socket is a 3/8. Oh, that's loose and tight. There's a foot-pound for that too. I think everybody's definitely in agreement on that, though. That's one of those ones I'm just making tight because I don't want it to come undone. I believe in the book it's 26 or 32. 4 pounds isn't that big of a deal, but that's all you need for these. And that's that. Cross-drilled slider rotors both sides. New pads. Pink. More pink. New brake hose. New brake lines. I did do brand new brake lines all the way. All the way around the whole car. I did all brand new brake lines. I saved the clips. They hold the brake line in place where they go. So I still have a few more to put on, and we're doing all brand new. The next video you're gonna see, we're gonna do all new fuel lines. It's all in braided, metal braided hose, 10 AN fittings from off the gas tank that I welded in. I welded in a bung, and then we're gonna do 10 AN 90 to the fuel pump 10 AN to 8 AN into the fuel filter, and then it's going to be 8 AN fuel line all the way up front to the fuel rails. But that's it. No shovel today. Sorry for those of you who missed shovel. But I'm going to get the wheel on. You saw the other side. Hope you guys are still staying safe. Be kind to one another. Be mindful of your space and where you're at walking around others. And have fun. I'm still working in the yard finding something to do other than being bored in the house watching TV. I'm definitely keeping myself busy. Lots to do. I've been promising stuff about the Corvette. We are going to get some Corvette stuff done. I definitely got some pickup truck stuff to do. My radio's not working. My heater's not, there's no dial, and I know there's a resistor on the fan motor. The fan motor's not working. That resistor isn't working. The dial's not working. We got to start from scratch. Find the fuse. There's something going on with the truck. The radio, like nothing's really working on the pickup truck right. The Corvette, I still have plenty of more stuff. And today, I probably should have filmed it, but today I got a brand new bottle of nitrous for the vet and got it in. So I'm gonna get this wheel on, be kind to one another, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. Have a great day.